Good afternoon and welcome to another informative episode of the Forrest and Buber Show. Today we have some very interesting sports topics that we will be discussing today that are a must listen that you will not want to miss out on. How are you doing on this fine afternoon, Buber?
I'm doing well, Forrest, and I cannot wait to jump into the topics for this week's episode.
Today's episode will consist of two fantastic topics, one being the MLB season preview, where we will discuss statistics and overall facts to back up who we believe will be the best team in baseball this upcoming season, along with talk about the NCAA March Madness tournament. The 2016 MLB season will be underway in the upcoming weeks, and with that said, it is time to start looking at which team might be the most dominant this coming season. Here on the Forrest and Buber Show, we do not like to make predictions. We like to inform listeners with facts as why we believe teams are going to succeed. After gathering some statistics based off of last season and looking at their overall roster additions, we feel the Chicago Cubs have the best chance of being the best team in baseball. First off, the Cubs were one of the most improved teams in baseball last season with brand new manager Joe Maddon, along with upcoming superstar talent Chris Bryant, who had an all-star season hitting .274 with 26 home runs and 99 RBIs, along with playing solid defense. Based off of Chicago's previous season record, along with their playoff run, statistics show that the Cubs are in the top three teams to have the best chance to win the World Series.
I could not agree more. Everything about this team is going to be solid. They have the right players, management, and front office to get the job done. It is important to also note that they went deep into the playoffs last season for the first time since 2003.
The month of March means one thing in the world of sports, college basketball, and recently the tournament has been heating up and becoming must-watch entertainment for hoops fans across the nation. Today, Buber and myself would like to discuss and address an issue that many people are often stumped on, which is if college players should receive some sort of compensation regarding income for playing these massive televised games that the networks and schools make a fortune off of. According to sources, March Madness is the NCAA's bread and butter. College athletes' governing body will earn somewhere around $900 million in revenue from the tournament alone, representing about 90% of the annual income. And in 2010, the NCAA signed a 14-year, $10.8 billion contract with CBS Sports and Turner Broadcasting, paid over the next 14 years.
These statistics are truly mind-blowing, and it's a shame to see all of this money being made off of these athletes, and none of them ever see any of the money their talent brings in unless they go into playing in the pros, like the NBA, for instance. And the statistics in college players that make it from college to the pros is like 1.3%.
That is all for this episode of the Forrest and Buber Show. Please tune in next week for another weekly news update on the latest sports topics and stories.
Again, thank you to our great listeners and followers of our podcast series, and we will see you again. Thank you, and that's it for the Forrest and Buber Podcast series.